Hello friends, welcome back again to my channel, and I am Ashik. Let's continue the series on Python. Today I am going to talk about the CPU. Hold on, this is the Python series, but why we have need to know about CPU? We know CPU has three parts. One is MU, or which is memory unit, another is ALU, arithmetic logic unit, and another is CU. We have worked with MU till this point because the MU basically means memory unit. When we have talked about variables, in that variable we just need to store some data into the variable. That means we have using the MU with the variable. When we are using variable and we are trying to save some data in the variable, that was there. Then we have another unit which is ALU, arithmetic logic unit. When you talk about arithmetic logic unit, it has two parts. One is arithmetic unit, another is logic unit. When you talk about arithmetic unit, then in arithmetic unit we have done some addition, subtraction, division, multiplication. But when you talk about logical unit, that means your computer will think about. But hold on, your computer is not thinking automatically. As a programmer, you write a code to let think computer. In real world, when you think about a decision, then what will think? In based on many condition, you thinking about your decision. For example, after completing your graduation, you think where you will join for a job. Maybe you will join company A or company B or company C. It depends on many conditions. Same as in your computer or in your program, there is some condition or statement. By the condition or statement, then your computer will take some decision. So you have to write statement. For example, you write one statement, two statement, three statement, and then you realize which way you will need to go. Either you go in this way or that way. Same in your computer, you have to write some statement for the decision, and the based on your statement, the computer will take some decision and the computer will go this way or that way. How do you apply this condition or statement in your computer? There is a special key called if. Using if, actually you specify the way, flow the way this way or that way. I recommend you please learn about flowchart. As a programmer, you have to know about the flowchart and how it works. If you know about the flowchart, it will helpful for your programming career. So let's do with if statement. So how if statement will work? Let's do it. If one condition is true, then the block will be executed. I just want to print I am right. If the condition will true, then this block will be executed. So if I run this code, look, the block is executed. What is block and what is colon and what is statement? Here if is basically a block. In Python we call suite or suit. So after if statement or after if key we have to use colon, and after colon we have to use intendant. What is intendant? After if keyword you have to follow certain indentation. What is indentation? Actually indentation means the space. Here after the if I have some space before the print function. Maybe it will 1 space, 2 space, 3 space, 4 space, even 1000 space or 10 space, something other space. But you have to use an space to make an statement within the if block. And this print function is called a statement which belongs to this if block. And you have to follow the indentation to make an statement. If I print another thing, basically in program we have used 4 space. When we use tab is means 4 space. But when you use IDE, after pressing enter, then you will get automatically a space or a tab. After writing this code, if I run this, look, the both are printed. But if the statement will be false, what will happen? If I run this code, look, the first print function not executed because the if statement was false, but last print function is printed because this statement is outside of the first if block. If I want to this statement will be at the same if block, then I have need to put same space here. If I run this code, then there is no output here because the if statement is false. If I make it true, what will happen? If I again run this code, yes, the both output is shown here. So the indentation or space is very important. If I mistake to make proper space, then it will show you some error. Look, here is showing unindent does not match any outer indentation level. It is showing an error. So you should put same space or indentation here. If I space 2 or 3, then it will work, but you have to put same space. If I run this code, I just put only 2 space, but the code is executed. It's not depend on your space number, but it is depend on the same space number. But I cannot define the true or false manually. I just want to print a value which is even or odd. I just want to know the even value, and for that I take a variable you can get from user, but I am putting this value manually. If the value is 3, I just want to know the value is even or odd. If the value is even, then output will be given even. And how can I know the value is even? After dividing the value by 2, if the remainder will 0, then the value is even, and after dividing by 2 the remainder will 1, then the value will be odd. So how can I get the remainder? I can take another variable a and put the remainder here. Remember, this sign is mod sign or mod operator, mod by 2. That means the a variable hold the remainder of x variable. I just know the condition with the if statement. If a equal 0, remember what is double equal sign, then print even. If I run this code, then the output is only outside if, because the value of x is 3, which is not even, it is odd number. If I change this value to 8 and run again this code, look, I get the output is even. But I just want to know whenever it is even or odd, output will be show even or odd. But how can I get this? If I do like this print odd, what will happen? All time the output will be get odd whenever your value is odd or even. Just check this. Run this code again. Look, the odd is printed, even your value is even. So for this printing both even or odd, then I can use another condition. If I run this code, then it is showing it is even number. If I change the value to 9, what will happen? If I run this code again, it is showing it's odd number. So here is 2 condition, and when one condition is true, then that will be executed. After failing the condition 1, then the second condition will be executed. But as a programmer, you have to work efficient way. It is not working the efficient way. How can I know that it is not efficient coding? It is not talking about the getting output, but it is talking about the efficient code. Because if I change the value to 8, I want to debug this code. Remember, in a previous video, we discussed about debug. I set the breakpoint here and going to debug my demo. If I press F8, then it says a value is 0. That means it will print even. Though the value of a is 0, it is going to check the next condition where the a equal to 1. But I don't want to check the second condition. This is not efficient way to coding. So how can I get it efficient? That's why we have need to use another keyword, which is else keyword, and by this we can improving our programming. What does mean by this else? If the first condition is not true, that means first condition is false, then it will be executed. Otherwise the first condition will be executed. Let's check it. If I debug again, press F8, then look, the A value is 0, then the first condition will be true and the first condition will be executed, but after that it is escaped the else condition. That is the improving of programming. So you have to code with efficient way. Only you cannot use else, you have to use else with if, because it's a pair with if. Is it possible to use if condition within a if condition? Yes, it is possible. When we are using if condition within one if condition, that is called nested if. Let's check it. If I want to show the number is even or odd, say it is even, and now I am going to check the value. If the x value is greater than 5, then it will print greater, just greater, else not greater. If I run this code, it is showing it is an odd number because the x value is 3. If I change this value to 6, if I run this code again, then it is show it is even number and it is greater. If I debug this code, it will happen, press F8, the x value is 6 and a value is 0, then it will execute the first condition, a equal to 0, and it will print even, and now it goes into the first loop, and now it is going to check the second loop, the x value is greater than 5 or not. If the x value is greater than 5, then it will be going to print the first statement, which is print greater, and look the console, it is printed greater, and now it will come out from that loop. It is called nested if. Now I am going to talk about some other twist, which is if, elif and else. What I am saying, that when I say if the value is 1, then it will print 1, if the value is 2, then it will print 2, if the value is 3, it will print 3, if the value is 4, then it will print 4, and so on. At that type of condition, how can I do the code? So let's x equal to 1, and if look at this position, if you are in from another programming language like C, C++, Java, or even C#, at the time we have tend to use round bracket beside the if condition. Here is optional, you can use round bracket or without round bracket, then it will work. So I am not going to use round bracket here. If x equal 1, then it will print 1. If it will 2, then it will print 2. If it will 3, then it will print 3. If it will 4, then it will print 4. So let's check it. Run this code. Yes, it's printing 1. That means when condition matched, then it will execute it. But here is a problem. Let's check what is the problem. If the x value is 2, if I run this code, then the code is executed. That's fine. But what's the problem behind this? If I debug this code, this is my breaking point, press F8, it is showing the x value is 2. So there is a problem. What's the problem behind this? I'm going to debug this code again, and the line number 4 I add the breakpoint and just try to debug. If I press F8, then it checks the x value is 2 and the first condition is not true, that is false, and it is escaped from the first condition, and it is now checking the second condition. Then it is checked the second condition is true, because the x value is 2, then it will go to print 2. But after getting the true condition, it will go to check the next condition, and it is checking the condition till the end, and it will check all condition. It's not the efficient coding. So how can I code efficient way? There is a another keyword called elif, which is denotes the else if I say elif here. So let's debug again. If I press F8, then it's escape from the first condition because the first condition is not true, that is false. If I press F8, then it will go to the next condition, the second condition. It is checking that the x value is 2 and it executes that statement. Further, it is not going to the next statement after getting the true statement. That is the beauty of using as elif. But if the value is 5, what will happen? I am going to debug again. If I press F8, it is checking the first condition, that is not true. Checking the second condition, this is also not true. Third condition, not true. Fourth condition is not true, and it escaped from the execution. But there is no output, but I want to get at least one error message from that code. But how can I get this? At the end of this code, I can use else condition. If I press enter and I just want to show the output is error. So if I run this code, yes, it is showing error. That means the 5 is not present in my condition. That's all about if, elif and else condition. So guys, please do practice in your home and learn more about things. So I hope you like this video and thank you for watching this series. And if you like this series, please do the click like button and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.